Previously on Inside the SuperDraft.
We might be able to get that 10 pick or the 15. You have a challenge there with a kid like Deshaun and potentially Kakuta.
I think I did all right today. I don't think I played as good as my first game, but I did all right, so I'm happy with how I played.
Let's start at the top. You know, do we have a consensus number one?
We may not.
We want to know if you have a pretty good idea of what your strengths are and maybe some of the areas you need to work on.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for coming.
Have some fun tomorrow, all right?
I will.
All right.
One final game day in Fort Lauderdale, and one final chance for players to impress the coaches. Head coach Jay Heaps and the New England staff watched with great interest.
It's a good ball. If Toronto keeps both picks, they're going to take Farrell and they'll take back at 3. I like him more and more every time. I like him. That's not what he's saying about. Yeah, I like him. He gets the game. He's not trying to do too much. Yeah. The way he plays, like, I like how he just keeps it moving. Like that ball, he's able to get it back. He got the ball to the left back so much quicker than anyone else has so far.
A player who looked to be out of New England's reach at this point was UConn midfielder Carlos Alvarez, who heard some good news from the mouth of Chivas USA's new head coach the day before.
Alvarez. Carlos Alvarez.
You know what? I got in the meeting and, you know, the coaches, they introduced themselves and everything. They just told me they liked me so much. And I was just happy, you know? Something to hear was something positive. With the big smile on my face, and I just told the coach, you know, Chaliz, I was like, thank you so much, and I'll do my thing, you know? My little brother actually told him I wanted it to be a surprise to go back home, but you know, and he called me and he told me, and he was really happy. My family was really happy knowing that I was trying to go back home and that I have the option to go with number 2, and hopefully it does come true. You know, on Thursday it still needs to be called out there, and hopefully it does come true.
It was definitely a talking point amongst the clubs down here yesterday. It was a little unusual, and you don't know, you know, you never know if they're sincere about it or if they're, you know, just trying to throw teams off a little bit. But it was certainly interesting that they would announce, you know, who they're taking. So we'll see. If we end up keeping all of our picks this year, we're not going to be unhappy. We've got a 4th overall. We got 3 in the 2nd round. We think we're well positioned in terms of the draft. And if some possibilities arise where we can either move up or move down, you know, we'll look at it.
Those trade possibilities arose sooner than Burns thought, as a big deal presented itself the night before the draft and was announced when the staff touched down in Indianapolis.
We had an opportunity to move up in the draft, so we made a trade with Toronto, which we gave Toronto allocation money and the 4th overall pick. And in return, we got the number 1 overall pick. We've had conversations with multiple teams about a bunch of different scenarios. Some were to move down the draft, frankly, but when this opportunity came up and it became real, we felt for the amount of allocation money we had to give up to move up 3 spots to get the number 1 overall pick, we felt it was well worth it. So in the history of the Revs, we've never sat in this position to have the number 1 overall pick. So it is what it is, and we're going to try to make the best selection we can.
Still in consideration for one of the top picks in the draft, despite his absence from the Combine, Furman's Walker Zimmerman arrived in Indianapolis, excited about the next day's events.
It's definitely been a whirlwind of emotion. Obviously not being able to go to the Combine was a little disappointing. Just kind of sitting back at home, watching highlights, reading reviews, and just doing my own rehab, trying to get better. So it was okay. I'm definitely excited about the draft tomorrow and looking forward to playing for whatever team takes me. And it's just really exciting, and it's an honor to be with all these good players and good guys. This is the culmination of like a lot of hard work and a lot of behind-the-scenes struggles that have gone through with injuries. And so it's a dream that came to fruition. So I'm really excited that this is kind of the climax of a youth career. And then the next phase will be a pro career. So I'm definitely excited to start this new chapter and this new season of my life. So tonight, just got some interviews set up with a few different teams, since obviously I wasn't at the Combine to do those interviews. So we have, I think, Colorado, Vancouver, Toronto, and New England want to have some interviews tonight. So I'll get with those coaches and those organizations and do the whole interview process that everyone else did at the Combine.
How are you? Yes, nice to meet you. Wilmer Cabrera. Come on in, guys.
Walker, how are you? Paul Bravo. Nice to meet you. Dave Dirk.
Dave Dirk. Good to meet you.
This is head coach Oscar Pereira.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. Good.
You have an athletic background. Can you talk about that? You got some some family members.
So my older brother he was the punter at Clemson for 4 years. My granddad was the captain of the Auburn football team back in the 50s, and then my great-grandfather was also a captain of the Auburn football team before that.
Okay.
I have a great aunt in the Tennis Hall of Fame, so it kind of just runs in the blood.
What would you say your best attributes are as a central defender?
Yeah, I think obviously the size is a big thing, so I think aerial balls, I've always been known to be well defensively and then also attacking-wise. And then you have a lot of intangibles.
Explain that.
Leadership. I think it's a big thing. I've been a captain of almost every team I've been on. And I think that's just from working hard, hard work, and knowing how to lead my peers. And then, I mean, I'm really coachable. I've had some great coaches. I'm a loyalist, been at the same club my whole life. So I'm not one of those guys who's going around different academy teams trying to find a home. I've been there, trusted in the system, and it worked out.
That's it for us.
Alrighty.
Walker, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Take care. All the best with your injury.
Thank you.
To recover quicker.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
On the next episode of Inside the SuperDraft.
I'm sure everybody's excited for today, and I'm really pumped for what's to come.
Okay, who do you want?
The New England Revolution select Andrew Farrell. Carlos Alvarez.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, have fun.